Of you may now still be smelling smoke in North Naples after more than 30 acres burned in a brush fire Wednesday. Happened along Old 41 Road and Railhead Boulevard. The initial call came in around 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. Gulf Coast News reporter Kennedy Mason is in the area with more on the current conditions now.
Flames are still sparking up in this open field in North Collier County on Railhead Boulevard, and the smell of smoke is still strong today after more than 30 acres burned here yesterday afternoon.
I was just getting off 75. One of the folks in the office called me about 6:30, said there was a couple flames sparking up in the back. So when I got here a few minutes later, sure enough, there were random spots throughout the preserve back here.
Mike Howard at Good Cat Laboratories still dealing with the lingering effects of yesterday's brush fire.
People were getting hoses out and buckets of water and trying to do our thing and called 911. I could even start seeing the haze as I was approaching the Bonita area on 75. You could still see the haze.
He's even having to mitigate the problem inside their building.
Smoke is inside of our facility, and it's a concern in some of our areas.
Firefighters worked hard to get the fire out yesterday afternoon after sparking up in several spots. A chopper picked up water from a pond to fight the fire.
Fire was kind of running parallel to our property towards Mediterra, so I kind of left here really with not a lot of concern until this morning.
North Collier Fire Battalion Chief Frank Masana says it's the worst time for a brush fire to start because you have to deal with the switching of wind directions. But the good news:
no evacuations, no injuries, and no damage to any structures. Very, very, very extremely brush fire central out there right now. So no smoking, no open burning, and no crazy stuff.
As a reminder, a burn ban is in place for all of the Gulf Coast as these dry conditions persist. In North Naples, Kennedy Mason, Gulf Coast News.
Kennedy, thank you. The NTSB releasing their preliminary report on last month's deadly helicopter crash in the Hudson River in New York City. 5 family members and the pilot dying in that crash. The NTSB says the helicopter suddenly broke apart into 3 major sections before crashing into the river. Several witnesses hearing a number of loud bangs from the helicopter before breaking apart. That preliminary report does not, though, draw conclusions on the cause of the crash.
Well, right now, I want you to take a good look at this video showing a car crash in Georgia. The car right here flips over after going nearly 100 miles per hour. Happened in the same spot as another police chase just days earlier. The previous chase involved a street racing arrest. Thursday night, officers in Snellville, Georgia say they clocked someone going 90 in a 35.
This particular officer actually races cars off duty and has quite a bit of experience at chasing cars in the pit maneuver, well-trained in pit maneuver.
So after the driver weaved through traffic, she tried to make a turn near the school and lost control. Video shows her crawling through the wreckage. Thankfully, nobody else was hurt. The 22-year-old driver is now facing felony charges.
Bonita Springs city staff right now working on an ordinance, possibly adding some more rules around e-bikes. Mayor Mike Gibson says the city considering what Collier County recently did and ban kids under the age of 16 from being able to ride an e-bike that goes more than 28 miles an hour after a 14-year-old died while riding his.
There wouldn't really be a need if everybody kind of played fair and kind of obeyed the rules of the sidewalk and the road. You should always kind of slow down when you're trying to pass somebody because the sidewalk, you have walkers, joggers, people pushing baby carts and bicyclists.
So the city right now not looking to ban e-bikes. The potential ordinance would put rules, though, on possible pedal-only zones in the downtown area and restrictions on sidewalks around town. Fort Myers Beach also looking at those similar rules around e-bikes on the island. Earlier this year, town council looking at if you should be allowed to ride an e-bike on the sidewalk for safety reasons. Council saying speed limits would be nearly impossible to enforce. Right now, e-bikes can only be used on the street.
Well, May is National Arthritis Awareness Month. It's a condition that affects around 1 in 5 adults. In today's Health Matters, Devin Turk speaks with an orthopedic surgeon about how it can be treated.
Lee Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Diana Young often sees patients who have arthritis in their foot or ankle.
Sometimes if it's a more mild case of arthritis, people are still able to do their day-to-day activities, but once they start doing more challenging activities like sporting activities, it does start to bother them. They start to get pain. Sometimes they get swelling.
It stems from the joint deteriorating.
Some people get it and some people don't. We don't always know who does and who doesn't, but in some cases it is a little bit more predictable. So if someone's had an injury before, like a broken ankle, that can mean that later on in the future they end up getting arthritis of that ankle joint.
If a patient hasn't experienced arthritis before, she'll start by trying a non-surgical approach.
Sometimes an injection can help, sometimes a different type of shoe wear or orthotic can help them.
For smaller joints with arthritis, the surgical treatment is usually fusion.
So what fusion is joining the two bones that are on either side of the joint together, letting those bones grow together and fixing them in place with some sort of hardware until the bone's solid enough, and then rehabilitating after that to get back into the day-to-day activities.
Ankle replacement is another surgical option. Dr. Young says the treatment is very individualized depending on the patient and their goals. Getting patients back on their feet so they can once again do what they love. For Lee Health, I'm Devin Turk.
She treated us like trash. You do?
Think you can tell when someone is lying? We have a preview of the new season of Poker Face next.
And the number of measles cases in the U.S. reaching a grim milestone. We'll explain the latest CDC numbers next.
And the latest drought monitor has been released, and many of the Gulf Coast locations are under extreme drought. But is there some relief in the forecast? I have details following the break.
A first movie trailer now out for The Long Walk, plus possible Ferris Bueller big screen reunion could be in the works. David Daniel has more in our Hollywood Minute.
You'll never find another like me. I'm the last of my kind.
Warning. Okay, just keep walking. That's right. Just keep walking.
Yeah, that's it, kid, that's it.
Second warning. Third warning. The Long Walk, the first novel Stephen King ever wrote, finally reaches the big screen. The title trek is a contest. Keep walking until only one person is left. Cooper Hoffman and Mark Hamill star in the dystopian thriller from Hunger Games director Francis Lawrence, which marches into theaters September 12th.
The 1961 Ferrari 250 GT California.
The Ferrari from Ferris Bueller's Day Off is toast, spoiler alert, but the film's stars may be taking another road trip. Deadline reports Matthew Broderick and Alan Ruck are in talks to reunite for the comedy The Best Is Yet to Come, about friends who head off to save one of their sons and knock a few items off their bucket lists in the process. It'd be the first time the real-life friends have starred together since Ferris Bueller nearly 40 years ago. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Well, just now when you said you were cold, that was a lie, right?
Maybe.
I can just tell when someone's lying. It's kind of a thing I do.
Charlie Cale is returning for a second season in the comedy thriller Poker Face. Cale is catching people in their lies. The series star is played by Natasha Lyonne. Cale's not a cop, not a detective, but it's her talent that gets her character into a little bit of trouble.
What's it like for you playing a character whose big dream is not getting shot?
It's just sort of the reality of growing up in a life, you know, that you wish you could kind of grab a life and just hold it down, but it's not quite that simple for any of us, is it?
Poker Face pays homage to detective shows of the 70s. Season 2 of Poker Face starts streaming today on Peacock. Like that. I'm going to have to check out season 1.
I know. I haven't even heard of it before.
Me neither. But
a lot of good, like, hidden gems out there.
Yeah, so many.
Oh. When you think about the drought, that's what you do, right?
Yes, we're still in dry season, but it looks as though we're slowly beginning to get closer to rainy season.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I think all.
Yeah.
We're beginning to slowly get into a little bit more wetter pattern. But you can't tell that looking at our Fort Myers beach camera here from Margaritaville. Beautiful conditions, dry conditions right now, and very warm out there. We do expect those temperatures to be quite toasty for today. So yeah, and make sure you're grabbing that extra bottle of water. Now, we were talking about the dry season. Good news is only 7 days remaining until we enter into what we consider rainy season. The official start of rainy season is May 15th. Now, there are a few things that we do as far as like expect once we get into the rainy season. It's almost like a rainy season checklist. We do expect those Gulf temperatures, those water temperatures to be about above 80 degrees. We're basically right there now. Noticing too, since we've been very warm over the last few days, no more cold fronts. The only thing that we're waiting to check off the list is the tropical moisture. And it looks as though that we may begin to start to tap into some of that moisture